And let's get the playoffs underway. Wild card round here against the Minnesota Vikings. Should be a good game. They no longer have Kirk Cousins, at least that's not who their starting quarterback is. They do have, I want to say it's a rookie, so we'll see how well he ends up doing in this game. But for us, the big storyline is Kyler Murray is back. He's starting this game. We probably won't see too much of a rotation at that quarterback spot either with Tyler Huntley. He's played decently well, but his stamina is definitely tapped. And on top of that, Kyler Murray, despite not playing the last 2 weeks, his stamina still not fully recovered. Nice run here from Null. Really good blocking, and we cross midfield on basically a fullback dive. But yeah, Kyler Murray's stamina still not back up to the top. I would say he's about 85% of the way there, so he'll run around a little bit, but we'll still need to be a little cautious with him as he will step up here and will end up stepping out of bounds after a gain of 5. And if you did not stick around to the end of last episode, I did announce that the Cardinals series here will end after the postseason. So technically, as these are all win or go home kind of games, each episode could be the last, including this one. So we'll need to get a victory to have this continue. But basically, as we get Derek Young around the edge, that looked very, very realistic to the Vikings defense. Outran to the house. And that was a great start from our offense. Gonna need to see our defense continue that. But as I was saying prior to the great run there from Young, and a pretty solid run here on first down from Cook, gain of 9. But the reason we are going to end this series is pretty much because we've had a lot of success, right? Year 1 was a Super Bowl win. Year 2, we're in the playoffs again, and we're looking good. Good stop there from Collins, forcing a 3rd and inches. So basically, I just want there to be a big challenge, right? I want things to be a little bit harder. Shouldn't be going to the postseason every single offseason. And Simmons with a sack. And despite giving up 9 yards on first down, defense does fantastic on 2nd and 3rd and forces the punt. So we're back on offense. Hubbard trying to get to the outside. We'll get by a couple guys and we'll get the first down. Actually give us the nice spot there. But yeah, definitely expect the next traditional franchise. It will be the traditional where we play every single play, every single game, rather than the kind of sim style that we do the state-only challenge on. Is Kyler Murray going to step up with the first down and scamper out of bounds? But that's enough talk about the next franchise that we're going to be doing. Let's finish off this one with some good games, but not getting around the edge there. Harrison Phillips with the sack, loss of 13. He's primarily a run stopper, but looked really good there as we're going to try to set up the receiver screen, but they've lined up. That's a much better way of saying it, but Lewis Seen big hit knocks it free. Shout out the Georgia only challenge with the hit there from the strong I guess actually with the Vikings, they use him as a free safety. But either way, big hit. We're going to try to roll out here. Try to find somewhere to go. Kyler Murray trying to get away from the defender and will get by the defender, get the first down and out of bounds. Despite the red player icon, he could still run. But let's not test him too much here. We've seen a lot of turnovers when his stamina gets down there. So let's hand it off to Null, who will power through a linebacker. Number 55, that was Smith he just ran through. Null has definitely played very well in that role that I was looking for with a linebacker, or not linebacker. I saw the linebacker coming in who just got the stop there for a loss of 3. What I meant to say was running back who plays fullback, the fullback running back hybrid, our power back basically, who just can play a couple different spots for us. Nice pass from Kyler to the outside, finds the tight end for the first down. Actually give us a 1st and goal at the 7. We'll go back to that empty set here, try to set up the receiver screen. We have blockers out in front, and a nice move there from Callahan, but can't get by Lewis Cine. I always switch his name up. The rookie tried to get himself a postseason touchdown, but we'll go back to him, I'm sure, at some other point. But Null will get the second touchdown for us this postseason as we take a 14-0 lead over the Vikings. Do you remember that time when I said that we were up 14-0? Apparently our kicker didn't hear that part. We're only up 13-0 as he missed the PAT. Dalvin stuffed at the line by Isaiah Oliver. And as a Vikings fan, I'm not sure if this is a negative sign of the wild card round in real life. If we're up 13-0 right now on them, hopefully not. However, we do know that they like to come back in the second half, most of the time in the 4th quarter. So we need to make sure we play a good game throughout. And they just could wait, but eventually we'll just decide to throw it away. That was actually the first pass attempted. They've called some passes, but haven't actually thrown it. But that time they did, and it didn't go anywhere. They check this one down to Dalvin, who has a nice spin, but can't get by Simmons. Be 4th and 1 at the 34. I would expect them to punt. And punt they indeed did do. Sure. We're gonna toss this one out on 1st down here. Trying to stretch it to the outside. Nice tackle there from Kendrick. Stops Hubbard at the line. So on 2nd and 10, we'll stay in a heavier set. 2 tight ends to the left-hand side. We're gonna motion over Marquise Brown. And we're gonna hand the ball off to him, try to get that speed to the outside. He'll get by Lewis. Cut up Dantzler. Couldn't quite get there, but a little late hit there from Harrison Smith will ensure he goes out of bounds. And we'll go back to that empty set again. Only 2 corners. The linebacker shaded inside. Might be decent if we could get to the outside. Callahan will get by the corner. Won't get the 1st down, though. A little bit shy with the tackle from Booth. And I was going to go with the quarterback draw here, but they come crashing down. Looks like it might be a safety blitz as well as a linebacker. Indeed, that's what it is. But we're going to have a couple open spots, and luckily that pass was thrown high enough to get to Trey McBride with the 1st down to the 17. So now with a fresh set of downs, we'll go with the running back draw rather than the quarterback draw. Try to get by someone, but apparently Pugh didn't want to block anyone. We'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Let's send McBride a little bit deeper. He's done pretty well the latter part of the season with some corner shots, and that one won't be the same. He had some decent positioning on the ball, just couldn't spin and maintain possession. Make a slight audible here, shorten the route a little bit for McBride so he could actually get a corner. And how about a corner this time to Marshall, who has the catch, but not both feet in bounds. Looks like we're gonna have to send out the field goal unit. Be a 35-yarder here for Sanders. Missed his last kick, but this one, right down the middle. We'll go up 16-0. Well, so far today, I think maybe 2 or 3 first downs for the Vikings, and that's about it. Haven't seen a catch from Jefferson. Haven't seen Cook be able to get much of anything going. 4 rushes for 7 yards as he loses 3 there. Also, this series started well before the Hawkinson trade, so Irv Smith, the main guy at tight end here. Cook will get forward, actually gain a good bit on 2nd down, gain of 6. We'll bring up 3rd and 7. We'll go man up. That might be a bad decision, but we'll try it. Quincy hasn't gotten many passes. He'll get one here. Irv Smith close, and they do get the 1st. It was close, but the ref says that he crossed the line marker. Try to get Budda Baker around the edge. Good pass, or rush pickup, pass block pickup. Doesn't matter. They're down the field, crossing midfield to the 38 with Callaway. Pretty sure this is the first time they've been in plus territory. We're going to send a little bit of a blitz here as they go with a run to the right-hand side, and we are there. Simmons basically at the line of scrimmage. They'll give him about a yard. And now they'll go to a tight formation here. Looks like maybe one of the receivers is at running back, although he won't do much. But there's Justin Jefferson. His first catch, solid gain as we hit the 2-minute warning. Yeah, I don't know if Kirk retired or if he's just the backup now here for the Vikings. Probably should have just checked that. Irv Smith with another catch. Be a short gain of 6. Whatever adjustments the Vikings made or O'Connell made, it looks like they're working pretty well on this drive. They try to set up the screen. They have Cook to the outside and will be shoved out by Oliver, gaining another first down to the 11. And with an empty set, let's make an audible here. Let's not send the blitz when we have a lot of guys to cover, although they will make a change here. Stay empty though. A little bit tighter of a formation. Sit underneath, and Dalvin Cook sitting alone in the back of the end zone. Vikings get one back before half. About a minute and 28 seconds left before half. With plenty of opportunity for the Cardinals. So with 3 timeouts and about a minute and a half left, should be plenty of time for us to work our way down the field and get at least a field goal back, maybe. We'll see. Run a little bit of hurry up following the jet sweep. Staying out that empty set. Quick pass to the outside. McBride with both feet in gets the catch. And that maybe will stop the clock at midfield. And it actually will stop the clock. I never know, because sometimes I expect that the clock won't move and then it does, so never quite sure, but there's going to be a sack for Zadarius Smith. Clean around the edge. We elect not to use one of our timeouts there. Oh, that's not what I told you to do. Okay. Now we finally get the audible that I was looking for. Go the pass across the middle. There's a drop from McBride. So 3rd and 16. Let's do a couple different things here, but it won't let me hot route in this one, so never mind. Let's not do those things and let's just run the play. Gonna have Young sitting underneath, kind of as a safety net. A couple other guys going deep. There's gonna be an easier catch for McBride with the first down to the 30. We'll call our first timeout. With 17 seconds left, 2 timeouts, we should be good to go. Take a couple shots towards the end zone. And then if nothing opens up like this, with Marshall wide open in the back corner, Booth. I don't know if that was just poor coverage or you didn't have proper safety help. Either way, we're back in the end zone and set to take a 20-something lead, because who knows if Sanders is actually going to make it. And now with less pressure, Sanders does end up booting it through, so we will take the 23-7 lead. But Cook is getting clean around the edge, and we will force him out at midfield. 6 seconds left. And that can put him into range for a Hail Mary attempt to go into half. Let's make a couple of adjustments here. Make sure we have some guys over the top as they go to the outside. Can we get a swat on it? Kind of. 1 second left. So now they'll have to go straight to the end zone here. Going to the sideline won't help, but they're still going to try to do that. Bad play to calling design. I guess it worked once for Minnesota, almost picked off by Oliver. But the ball hits the turf and we can head into half and see if we have any updates on the other playoff games. And first up, actually, okay, we're not going to look around the league, but Chicago beats Tampa Bay. 6th seed defeats the 3rd seed 31-28, and I didn't have a chance to see the other one, so hope you did. We'll be kicking off to start the second half, so a very short halftime report. I think that's what they call it. And it looks like, yep, touchback, so they'll start at the 25. And we'll see if any adjustments were made for the Vikings. Right before half, they had a pretty good drive. They almost had another really good opportunity and a sack for Budda Baker. Almost thought it was the other safety in Nick Hale, but Budda Baker clean off the edge. Might be cheating a little bit if we have Budda Baker and Gardick coming off the edge, the same side, the same edge, I guess I should say, because the speed combination there is going to just be hard to block. Good hit there from Baker, forces out Irv Smith for a gain of a little bit, 3rd and 7. And I don't think I've ran a double A gap look here today, so that's what we're going to do on 3rd and 7. Blitz, Gardick off the edge will find the quarterback who throws it to Cook, but could not get by Oliver. Another stop for our defense. So in the second half, expect a little bit more running and keeping Kyler a little bit cleaner as there are no bye weeks in the postseason unless you make it to the Super Bowl. And that's not great for our first run. Will back us up. But as I was trying to say, go with some more runs since there are no bye weeks. Kyler Murray trying to maintain that stamina throughout the playoffs here. So go the jet sweep. Swing pass to the outside, short gain. Although, is a gain of 6 short, or is that more of like a medium gain? I guess it all kind of just opinion based. So we try to set up the screen pass to the running back, and we cannot get by Asamoah. Great play there from the backer. We had about 3 or 4 blockers over there, but just fought through all of them. As we hesitated a little bit and probably shouldn't have. Instead, Kyler Murray is going to have to step up, slide down, first down. We'll set up a little RPO here with the fresh set of downs. Hand this one off, Hubbard down the middle. Nice tackle there from Dye in open field. Will end up being a gain of 7, setting up 2nd and 3. We'll stick to the same formation. Send Hubbard on a wheel route this time. And that, I feel like that never opens up here in Madden. And scramble did not help. Instead, that is a sack fumble recovered by Lawrence. Vikings take over. And that is precisely why I am trying to avoid Kyler Murray holding onto the ball for more than like a second this second half. Just because I know stuff like that can happen. Nick Hale gets over and knocks it out. Great play there made by the rookie safety, who's able to play that spot thanks to us moving Budda Baker down to play the slot corner spot. Run to the outside, going nowhere for Cook, only back to the line of scrimmage. And on 3rd and 10, they'll come out 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun pass here. They have Cook underneath. That's where they go. Flag down. Defense gets the stop. And holding on the offense. They are currently in field goal range, so let's accept. Could end up blowing up in our face, but if we could keep more points off the board, take that opportunity. 3rd and 20. And we go back to Cook underneath, and we whiff on the tackle. Luckily, Budda Baker flies in, and we do stop him shorter than where they were prior. But they will still attempt the field goal. This would be about a 58-yarder. We play indoors, so there shouldn't be too much wind, and we almost block it, but instead, it's a field goal. Tell you what, I've had some very long field goals scored against me in some of my recent videos. I think in the Georgia-only one, the last Georgia-only video we had, as we have a really nice run here from Hubbard, who was still fighting through the 2 tacklers? Yeah, 2 tacklers. But what I was trying to say is we had, I want to say, about a 63, 62-yard field goal hit against us in that video. Another pretty long one is we're going to need to throw this one away. Tackles need to do a little bit better. Or maybe I should just do what I said I was going to do and avoid passing the ball when not necessary. We'll go with a run. Hubbard will get 2. So on 3rd and 8, I would deem it necessary to pass here. Let's make a slight hot route here for Moore. Want to out route at the line to gain. That's where we'll go. Beautiful. Cut up field. Stay in bounds to keep that clock rolling. Not chewing the clock, but maybe we'll do that once we get into the 4th quarter. Meantime, McBride gonna come in motion. Hand this one off to Hubbard down the middle. And plenty of running room. Right down the middle for a gain of about 12. 7 rushes, 59 yards on the day for Hubbard. And we'll go right off that same play that we just ran with the run. This time it will be a play action pass. See if that helps us at all. And we are going to have more breaking open. And that was a nice throw, nice grab over the top of Kendricks. Definitely no way he was going to get a hand on that one. And Rondale Moore has us up by even more. We know the Vikings can come back. They're down 20 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Play action rollout. Going to find Jefferson, and I want to say only his 2nd catch of the night. A solid chunk, though. And their young quarterback hasn't played too bad either. Only about 3, maybe 4 incompletions. But the rest of the team, just not quite there. Although I will say a lot of those passes have been pretty short dump-offs that aren't getting them the first downs. So maybe call a little bit of that on the play calling or decision-making of the quarterback. At least he's throwing accurate passes as he finds Irv Smith once again for the first. I would not be surprised if he is their leading receiver on the day. He's been targeted a lot, and he's caught most of them. Be a pass here to the outside, gonna go for Cook, who can't get by Collins. Nice tackle in open field. And on 2nd and 6, double A gap blitz coming at you from the Vikings. Gonna be used on the Vikings, and they will get the ball out a millisecond before the hit arrives by Gardick. We'll stay out in the same formation, but we'll drop the backers into coverage. 2 running backs set, including Jefferson back there. Had a couple guys sit underneath. Here comes J.P. Richardson, but he'll throw out of the sack once again. And on 4th and 6, they are going for it. Bunch to the left, one lone receiver to the right. And they'll go across the middle, easily intercepted by Thompson, who had several interceptions last postseason, starts this one with another. And chew clock is engaged. So let's just try to run this one out to another postseason victory for this series and this channel. 2nd and 3 following the run by Null. We'll go with the play action just because we have some quote-unquote easy passes that we can deliver. Juwan Johnson here with the catch and another first down. RPO set here for 1st and 10. Marshall with the slant option. We possibly could have went there, but instead Derek Young down the middle trucks Kendricks for a guy with no power moves at all, which means trucking and stiff arm in this game. That was a solid move. Derek Young just continues to pull things out of a hat that we just aren't expecting from him as he takes off to the sideline here, tries to cut back in, but you're not getting by Harrison Hitman Smith, brought down at the 29. I could very easily say that Derek Young is an integral part of this team, despite the fact that he is not a very high overall, and that one was questionable. Luckily, it hits the turf. Not the time to be throwing those, Kyler. As we go with an RPO here on 2nd and 10. And we'll definitely hand this one off. Young down the middle. Looks like he might need a substitute, though. So he'll head to the sideline, as we'll probably bring out Null. A little less than 3.5 minutes left in this wild card round. We'll go down the middle. Power through. No. Nice tackle from number 69. But the refs still managed to give us the first down there. Maybe slightly questionable, but I won't hate it. Nice tackle there from Harrison Phillips following a gain of 3. And with the last play before the 2-minute warning, how about a little read option? They stay inside, try to get Kyler Murray to the outside. Juke, no, but does spin off the tackler. Can he jump over them? No, he can't. Never even got that last foot off the ground as we hit the 2-minute warning. Ready for a 1st and goal. Let's try to feed the fullback Null. Back to the running back spot. Juwan Johnson at the fullback spot. And not gonna get there. Lewis seen speed off the edge. We'll get maybe about half a yard loss. We'll go right back to it, because why not? Right down the middle we go. Bounces off of Kendricks, but another stop. This time Tomlinson. We'll just keep going, though. Why not? It's not like it's going to make much of a difference on the outcome of the game. But Null, down the middle once again and short. But that will be the final play of the wild card round. We were a bit cheeky at the end of last episode, kicking a field goal to just add more points at the end. Not needed here. We'll take the solid victory. And as the team heads off to find out who our next opponent is going to be, take a quick look at the board. 222 rushing yards, 194 passing yards, averaged 8.6 yards a play, had a turnover. We also turned the ball over once. But still, across the board, a heck of a game. And we will be moving on to play division rival Los Angeles Rams. I wasn't sure if they actually made the playoffs. I honestly never even checked the bracket. I just knew we were in and that we were 4 games up on the next best team. But it looks like one of our division rivals, and honestly one of the bigger rivals of this series. They're back. We lost, I believe, to them early this year, got our revenge in the second game. And the previous year, I think we also were 2-1 against them. Or we ended up being 2-1. So let's hope we can make it another 2-1 by beating them in the divisional round. Aaron Donald's still there. And it looks like, as I take a look at their overall rankings, 16th offensive points per game, 10th in passing yards a game, 23rd in rushing yards a game. But their defense looks good. 13 in points per game, 2nd in passing yards a game, and 19th in rushing yards a game. So maybe we go a little bit more heavier on the running, maybe go with that RPO, but that's pretty much what our offense is. It's just the RPO in general. So looks like it should be a good matchup for us. As I had stated earlier, this series ends when we either lose in the postseason or we win the Super Bowl. There will be another traditional franchise that will crop right back up in the same Monday, Thursday time slot. It'll be a little bit different, won't be true, I would say, to current NFL roster of whatever team it is that we end up picking up, but every other roster will be pretty true to what it actually is. But I'm not trying to spoil too much. You have to wait for the first episode. Also, make sure you're checking out the Georgia Only Challenge, our state only challenge, where we build a team made up entirely of players who played at a college in one state or a small group of states, currently doing Georgia. And it's off to a pretty good start for season 2. So make sure you check in, as Saturday's episode will be wrapping out the regular season of season 2. And we're currently in a playoff push. So really good for a season 2 of that series. And I also want to thank you guys for sticking through the last couple episodes. My voice was a little off. I was a little under the weather, doing much better now. So hopefully this video sounded completely back to normal. But like I said, big episode on Saturday with the Georgia Only Challenge. And every last remaining one of the Cardinals will be big because it's either win or go home, win or end of series. So make sure you stick around and hit that subscription button if you haven't already, and tick the little bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. But until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.